Hi guys, and welcome to Quinton's Guitar Corner, and in today's episode I'm going to be showing you guys how to play a sweep arpeggio in the key of A using my Ibanez RG1570. There are tabs in the link description below, and if you could just take a second to give this post a like and subscribe to my page if you'd like, that would go a long way with me. So without further ado, let's get on with it and get right down to business. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to play this particular arpeggio. So you start off on the A string on the 7th fret, hammer on to the 12th fret, sweep down to the 11th fret. Next string is the G string on the 9th fret, B string 10th fret, 9th fret on the high E string, then hammer on to the 12th fret, and then back with a pull off, and then you basically reverse the pattern. So 10th fret on the B string, 9th fret on the G string, 11th fret on the D string, 12th fret on the A string, and then pull off back to the 7th fret. I mean, that is the general shape. When I actually sweep it, it may actually end up that instead of hammering on and pulling off, I'm more or less sweeping those notes. So when I'm on the high E string, that is. So what we have is and what I like to do to kind of keep my sweeps as clean as possible is more or less arch your fingers as much as you can. Traditionally I would play in like a classical kind of position, but I'm feeling a bit lazy today, which is not good, but I'm doing it this way because I just feel like it. Anyway, and with my right hand, I'm essentially muting the bridge. So what you're, and only letting notes sound that need to be heard, to sort of get a bit more of a muting kind of staccato type feel. So what we have is, I'm not overly muting partly because I've got a Floyd Rose bridge, and also because you don't want it to be muffled. You still want the notes to be clear. It's almost like this part of your hand is what is sort of where you're gauging the maximum amount of force that you kind of need to put on in order to get the sound that you want. So in doing that, I'm going to turn up the volume just a tad on this actually. And not go with the full bore sound, only because I want to show you guys the progression to the next sequence. The sequence is the same pattern in terms of the, I guess it's a major scale, but what you have is, you have what I showed you at the beginning, which was then you slide up from the 12th fret to the 17th fret on the high E, and you do the same pattern in reverse, but starting from the 17th fret. It's more or less like the same fingering, the same feel, but it's just different frets. So you're just going from the 17th to 14th. So 17, 14, 15 on the B, 14 on the G string, 16 on the D string, 17th fret on the A string, and then pull off back to 12th fret on the A string. And then you basically hammer on to the 17th from the 12th fret, 16 on the D, 14 on the G, 15 on the B, 14 on the high E string, then 17th fret on the high E string. Now you can either go straight to the 22nd fret and you've got your note. But what I like to do, and you've probably seen me do this a lot on other videos, is once you have the pitch in your head, which is essentially the 22nd fret, you're adding in like an extra half note that gives it this kind of feel like you're not quite going to get it, but you're going to get it, and you've got it, and then it's like a sort of a release. It's great. So what I was basically getting at is from the 14th fret from the high E string, you slide up to the 17th fret, back to the 14th, and then 15th on the B, 14th on the G, 16th on the D, 17th on the A, and then back to, pull off to the 12th fret, and then you hammer on to the 17th, sweep to the 16th, 14th on the G, then 15th on the B, 14th on the high E, 17th on the high E, and then bend up on the 21st fret, upper semitone. You can, so doing that whole sequence, the hardest part of it, I think, is sliding from the 12th fret to the 17th and getting that in accurately. But the trick is remembering that the positions are the same in terms of your hands. And in fact, once you get to the 17th fret, because the spacing is smaller across the frets, it's actually a lot easier to be able to travel across, as opposed to doing what feels like a wider stretch up here is technically a lot smaller down here. You can also interchange this with minor notes too. You know, or do a mix of major and minor, but the whole point of it is to show you how to essentially travel across the fretboard, maintaining the same shapes throughout. So feel free to mix and match and do whatever you guys enjoy. And like I said, there are tabs here below, so you know, you guys should find it a lot easier to be able to follow. And thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like, share or subscribe to the content. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook under Quinton's Guitar Corner. You can also now find me on Twitch doing live streams every Tuesday at 9 PM. There are free tabs in the link description below, and if you could just take the time to either like this post or subscribe to my page, that will go a very long way with me. And here's hoping you guys have a wicked week, and I'll see you guys very soon.